Hi friends, this is Linda here with you. This is an elemental pick a card reading that I've laid out for you. I've pre-shuffled the cards and chosen cards from my Morgan Greer deck and also the Voyager deck. So the way that this reading is designed is that you can either choose an element to watch according to either your sun sign or a person of interest sun sign, or you can watch an element according to the issues that those elements would cover. For example, Earth would cover issues relating to finances, career, money, resources, physicality. Water would cover issues relating to emotions, relationships, and feelings. Fire will cover topics related to sexuality, passion, creativity, and potential challenges. And air will cover topics relating to communications, thoughts, ideas, and concepts. So you can watch the whole reading, of course, to get a well-rounded insight on energies that are at play at this time. Keep in mind this reading is not timed. It's a timeless reading, so it does not expire. There's no date on this reading, so it can be valid anytime that you come across it. So let's get started. Let's start with air today, being that we are in Gemini season at the moment. So air, we have Judgment, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups reversed, and 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So some of you at this time may be considering making changes based on feeling like there is something more for you to attain. You could have already had a revelation about that, or you may be growing into the awareness of that. There could be some desire to move on from a current situation, sensing that perhaps it has outgrown its value to you, or that you have outgrown it and it doesn't resonate with you anymore. It could be also that your choice to move on is not that you feel like you've completed the task or that you have mastered what there is to master there, but that you feel like there's not more you can do. You may be feeling disillusioned that the circumstances that you've been in with the people that you've been involved with may have come to a sort of dead end based on lack of ability to see eye to eye, like just being kind of like maybe you're feeling like you're from a whole different planet from these people or from this community or from your family. Even for some of you, this is you wanting to break free from your family, break the mold of the family lineage and your family heritage as far as relating back to the element of air, thought forms, concepts, patterns, even style of communication and the way of communication. You might feel really disillusioned by that, and you may feel like there's not space for you to express in the way that you wish to express, and that you need a rebirth that is generated by your own choice to move into spaces where there is a better opportunity for you to feel met by the people that you want to communicate with and share with on a more deeper and more spiritual level. For some of you, this desire to move away is based on this sensation that the 6 of Pentacles is giving here, where there may not feel like a reciprocity. You may feel within regards to the important issues that you wish to communicate on, that the people in your environment are not able to receive you and are not able to return your level of depth in the communication in the way that you wish to be met. And so I feel here with the Judgment and the 8 of Cups that I think there's an element of needing to understand and accept that that's exactly where you are and that's who you are, and perhaps the frustration that you've been feeling in the past about not feeling met by others in the way that you wish to express. It's not about laying blame on anyone or feeling let down or disappointed, but simply understanding that people are exactly where they are, and they can only communicate and express from the level of their consciousness. So if you are developing a little faster than the people around you, then it's natural to want to seek out a resonance with people where you feel like you can be met. So from the Voyager, we have 5 of Cups reversed. There's a 6 of Pentacles again. That's interesting, repeating card. And here is the Devil. So this is somewhat of a reiteration of what I've just described there. Five of Cups reversed, suggesting that you are feeling, again, disillusioned, disappointed, feeling a sense of emotional lack from the inability to express in the way that you really want to share your experiences and your feelings. And that you are actually rather, this Six of Pentacles has a slightly different energy I'm reading than this first one. In this little mini spread here, how I'm seeing it is that as a result of your lack of satisfaction in the way that you're met with others in terms of how you wish to communicate, that you are seeking a greater synergy with people who are resonant match for you and who do understand what reciprocity is and who can understand sort of the deeper spiritual concepts and mystical experiences that you're wanting to communicate and share. And there's a level of I'm feeling from this mini spread actually there's a level of like psychedelic understanding and very cosmic mystic connection to the universe that you are wanting to share with others, and you may not have had the opportunity to do so in your current or in your previous set of friends and family that you have maybe been attempting to share with on that level. So this sensation of walking away as a result of feeling a little disillusioned and disappointed by being unmet. Again, it's not about judging others or being dismissive of who they are and where they are. It's just about accepting that everyone's on their own timeline, everyone's on their own journey, and you can't sort of force people to wake up just because you have, you know. Like everyone's doing their work in their own way. But it's natural for you to want to feel like you have a sense of community and people around you that you can communicate on the level of depth and intensity that you wish to share on. So no need to have any feelings of guilt or regret about moving on. It's natural and it's normal, and you are correct in wanting to pursue connections and relationships that allow you to express a deeper level of your understanding of things that are happening in your reality. All right, I feel that's it for the air reading. Let's move on. Let's look at fire. Fire. We have King of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Sun reversed, as well as the Emperor. Wow, that's interesting. Look how everybody's facing that direction, towards the fire. Everyone's sort of looking towards the fire. What I feel here is that there are people around you who are very powerful, and you could also be these people. And notice here these two cards here are also very fiery, and this is a fire reading. Everyone's looking towards the fire. So what I'm feeling here in this reading particularly is that whatever, and remember at the beginning I said fire, the fire element will cover topics related to passion, sexuality, and also perhaps challenges that may be in the air, in your environment. I feel what's happening here is that there are actually really strong characters, people around who are coming together to actually address and face issues that are problematic at this time. I feel people are coming together to find solutions. People are coming together to work hand in hand and face the same issues, look at the same problems, and work together in a way that is very collaborative, very sharing, and very healing. I feel powerful people are coming together to address and resolve issues that need to be looked at. There's a desire to want to heal with the Sun card. There's a desire to want to use the higher mind with the King of Swords. There's a desire to want to see how everyone can be safe and protected with the Emperor. The Two of Wands here is describing, I feel, a choice, but a choice that seems obvious in this case. It's about moving away from what doesn't work and moving towards what can work and finding solutions. That's what I feel in this reading. It's about finding solutions. Oh, look at that. Sage of Crystals. It's the same energy. Child of Crystals and the Star. Wow. I love this reading. So, This is a reiteration and an add-on from what I've been saying. The Sage of Crystals and the Child of Crystals is like this energy of these entities or energies of people coming together to directly face challenges and issues that are affecting many people. I feel that this is a community reading, actually. People are coming together to address issues where there is lack of justice or something unfair or something where the trust has been broken. And people are finding ways to shine light on those topics in order to bring out what has been hidden or what has been in the dark. And use the higher mind, use inventiveness, use wisdom as well. It's not just mind, there's also intuition here. Although this is, I must say, this is a fairly like masculine energy, mostly coming through in these cards, you know, King of Swords, Emperor, Sage of Swords. Even the Child of Crystals has a slightly masculine energy in it. But the Star card is sort of the overwhelmingly dominant energy, I would say, in this whole spread. And this says to me that there is a lot of healing that's coming out of the situation where people who have maybe not necessarily been able to come together in the past are now able to look towards a common goal to find a solution that will protect and nurture and care for a wider circle of people, and seeking ways to grow and learn through the process to find solutions which may have been unknown until now. Like with the Sage of Crystals, it's like inventing a solution to a long-held problem. And look at this, in these two cards here, there's this, the Sage of Crystals is holding this ball here, and the Two of Wands is also holding a ball. So I feel like people are coming together to really, like, very determinedly look at what the issues are and seek to find solutions that have maybe not been thought about before. Like, there's very inventive energy, very creative energy in this spread. And the Star is bringing this element of very refined cosmic healing energy, again inventive. These two cards are very, very Aquarian, so there's a community element, as I've said, the King of Swords as well. Emperor is also kind of a community guy, so I feel like people are coming together. People also may be coming forward as leaders, people who may not have necessarily been in leadership positions but who are willing to speak up and let their voice be heard in terms of how they are representing other people. That's what I feel in these other cards here. It's like strong characters are showing up, strong energies, big personalities, people with a lot of compassion, people with a desire to create change, people with a desire to overcome problems, people who want to initiate new things, to invoke resolutions or overcome shortcomings or failings in a situation, to create something that will help and serve and protect. I'm seeing now in this card, there's this, I never noticed this before. I've had this deck for like at least 15 years. There's a child here in this card that's like looking afraid, holding a toy. Can you see that? See if the camera will focus on it. Anyway, so this, what I'm feeling is that there is like a energy of people needing protection. People need protection. People need to be supported and helped, and there is a rallying together. People coming together to solve a problem. People all looking in the same direction to head on directly address something that has been problematic for maybe a long time, and healing can come out of it with the Star. I feel solutions are rising out of this situation that are coming from an incredibly refined, highly vibrational, cosmic place. And it's being brought in and through people. It's something very new. That's what I feel. It's something entirely new. It's a solution to a long-held problem that is new, that is incredibly inventive and overcomes. It's like some kind of magic, actually. I don't know how to say this without sounding corny, but I feel like there is a otherworldly solution to a worldly problem that people haven't really necessarily considered yet. But because of the level of the quality of people who are coming together to all address the elephant in the room, that kind of sorry, I'm stumbling on the words a little bit because I can feel the energy and I can see it visually, but I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's like a group mind effort. So when you have all these high-powered people coming together, it's not the intelligence of one person that finds the solution. It's what happens when a lot of intelligent, compassionate, loving, kind, caring healers come together. That creates a kind of mastery. There's a kind of level of mastery because the sum total and then more of energy of that kind of level of compassion, of healing, of problem solving, of creativity, of inventiveness, of innovation, of pioneering. You get what I'm saying here, right? So a solution is coming through because people work together. Higher mind, higher intelligent, working through humans. Out of the singular intention to find a solution, to create a solution, to deal with a problem. I love this part of the reading. I feel like I've covered everything here. I'm just checking over. Vision, that's the word I was looking for. The eagle here is representing vision. So it's like the element of the higher mind of people kind of rising up and above a problem or a situation to really zoom out and see things from a higher perspective, to then bring in solutions from a higher perspective as well. All right, fire. I'm going to leave it there. I think that we covered that one. Let's move on now to, let's take Earth. So from the Earth cards, we have the Hermit reversed, Queen of Wands, there's the Hierophant reversed, and the High Priestess reversed. Wow, look at these three really powerful, very spiritual, higher mind cards. Again, we're dealing with higher mind here. And on the level of the earthly plane here, we're looking at the element of earth regarding issues to do with resources, finances, physicality, work, career, money, home life. I'm going to pull all these cards at once so we can see the whole story here. All right. Okay. So from the Voyager deck, we have the Child of Wands reversed. Judgment card in this deck is called Time, Space, and Death. So look at all this intensive, higher, major arcana energy coming through in this reading. I'm trying to get all the cards in the one frame. So just give me a sec here to tune in. Here we go. Clearly something's not quite working here. The change is needed. That's why we have the Death card. Change is needed, growth is needed. The energy of these three particular major arcana cards here, Hermit, Hierophant, and High Priestess, suggesting that there's a greater need for perhaps, or maybe for some, this is just one take on this spread right now, is that there could be a need to seek professional guidance on a specific matter. Maybe you can't see clearly in the situation and it's kind of leaving you a little bit lacking in ideas or solutions. So you may feel like you need to seek professional help, whether that's from a holy person or an expert in the field of the area that you're looking at, or a sage or a mystic, something like that. Queen of Wands here, you know, she's an entrepreneur, she's a creative person, she can get shit done, she's energetic, she's enthusiastic, she's got lots of ideas and she knows how to make it happen. But I feel like in regards to this specific element in this reading, she may be seeking advice and help to kind of particularly target an issue, something that she understands needs to be transformed and changed because it might not actually be working in the way that she knows is possible. So I feel like there's some energetic paradigm shift that the element of air is wanting to undertake. And I feel like there's a sort of willingness here for that. Like, you know, something really has to transform, and you're using your enthusiasm and your willpower and your discipline and your courage to invoke some type of catalyzing energy to bring about that sort of change that you know you need. Child of Wands in reverse here is suggesting that I feel like there could be a need for study. This could be related to this need to sort of seek counsel from a professional. You may be feeling a little short-handed on certain type of technical skills that you might need to actually execute an idea that you have with regard to work or with regard to your physical reality, a kind of project you might want to undertake, your career, or like even a financial situation. There might be something that you need to study in order to be able to understand how to actually pull off what it is that you're trying to do. What else is here? I feel like what you're trying to do here, with having this the Judgment card in reverse, it's called Time Space in this deck. I feel like what you're trying to do is create some kind of situation that can grow infinitely. Meaning, like, you might be trying to scale something. You might be trying to build something or create something now that will have sort of exponential ability to grow without needing too much more of extra resources or too much more of maintenance or too much more of extra investment, something like that. And it's possible. I feel like it's possible. It's similar to the feeling in the last reading where it's like if you can invoke this level of expertise and guidance and use your own inventiveness and entrepreneurialism and creativity to actually know how to ask the right questions. That's what's here. If you know that you lack something or there's an issue that needs to be solved, asking the right questions is the key to solving the problem. And it's in the fine details. It's about scrutinizing the very, very fine details, the zeros and ones. I feel like there's an energy in this reading that is offering a very big possibility for massive success on a very physical, earthly level. And you know it. Whoever's watching this reading, you know it. You have an idea that's really good. And there's something you are seeking to transform in it. I don't feel there's an energy of greed in this. There is a possibility for something to be very financially successful. But it's not about just making a lot of money and moving on. There is something extremely healing and spiritual and deeply, profoundly disruptive about what it is that you're trying to create. What it is that you are creating, not trying. You're already doing this. You've been thinking about this for a long time. You may not have actually physically planted any seeds yet, or you might not even have the domain for the website, for example, something like that. But you know that you have an idea that's really, really good. And right now, I feel like you are sort of in your consciousness. You're really far out there. You're way out there in the time-space continuum. It's like you've traveled to the future. You have traveled to the future. And you are bringing concepts and ideas from the future back to the now. And you just have to figure out how to actually make the future happen right now. And your dream can be a reality. Just keep working towards it. Know that it can be possible. You're going to create something that will transform the world. Stay humble, stay focused, stay open. You need to meditate more. I think that you need to do a lot of busyness You don't need to be busy to get this thing done. You need to meditate more, because what you need, the answers that you're looking for, or the solution, or the instructions that you're looking for, are gonna come directly to you when you meditate. Look here, can you see that? There's this like sadhu meditating here. There's meditation required here. There's meditation required, because the information that you need is coming from like your higher self, which is connected to, some of you are looking for something that is it's like you need to merge science with the imagination. So, and because the thing that you're like, whatever like key pieces of information that you are requiring here to move forward is coming from the future. It may not be that, okay, yeah, you can reach out to experts for certain parts of it, but there's a key component of what you are, like some kind of information that you're waiting to receive for you to be able to move forward here. It will only arise from the space where you create an opening for your higher self, or for higher minded entities to speak directly through your channel. So don't waste time too much in overcomplicating things. Also, don't talk to too many people about this, I feel. Be extremely selective about who you seek counsel and guidance from, because you could be diluting the energy of something very potent here. Spend more time in meditation. Don't overthink. Look at all these cards here. Like, these people are connected to higher mind, higher wisdom. And you need to blend that with your creativity and with your entrepreneurialism. Okay? So don't overthink it. More time in meditation and the solutions will arise. I'm going to leave that reading here. All right, last reading. We're going to move on to water now. Water. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Four of Wands in reverse. All right. So water, if you remember from the introduction, water is going to cover topics related to emotions, feelings, and possibly relationships. So what do we have here? Let's pull all the cards just for shits and giggles. Okay. Child of Worlds, Six of Wands reversed, and Five of Wands. All right. So this is a water reading about emotions. There's only one cup card here, but it's the Ace of Cups. So it's kind of like the infinite, overflowing, unconditional card of loving, compassion, and kindness. But the rest of the cards in this reading are talking about a big desire for change. That's what I feel here. And some of you are feeling a little bit impatient about it. Some of you want to make really swift changes with regards to a relationship, perhaps, or a situation. It doesn't have to be about a love relationship, but any type of situation where you might not feel really contented and whole. Like you might be seeking here to create. Again, you're looking for some kind of way to catalyze your situation now, so that you can overcome any feelings of limitation or oppression or lack or I'm hearing substance. You're seeking something that has more substance in it to give you this sense of satisfaction that you know is possible. Because right now you may not feel really happy and content in your situation. It might feel really mundane and tedious at the moment. You might have had some kind of feelings of success and victory in either in a relationship or in a situation that you're in. But that moment may have come and gone, and you're now looking to recreate that, or not necessarily in the same way, because you can't go back to the past, and you know that. But you could be seeking to establish a new set of factors that you can implement into your specific grid, into your vortex, that will allow you to feel a greater sense of wholeness and fun. I think some of you are really seeking more playfulness and contentedness and a kind of lightheartedness and in your spirit that you may have lost over the last recent little while. For some of you, things have been a little bit too serious, and you want to feel more light and more playful and more spontaneous and more brash as well, and more free. There's a real strong seeking of freedom in this reading. A desire to have a win for yourself. Like, it's not about success in the outside world that will bring you that sense of satisfaction that you're looking for, right? It's not about like how other people see you at all. This is about how you feel and what you do on a daily basis. Like, what does your daily routine look like, and how are you able to embody the personality that you want to express the most? Some of you really want to disrupt your current paradigm because it's too fixed, it's too static. You may feel stagnant, you may feel really, really fucking bored. There's a real seeking here for liberation, for thinking outside the box as well, and reaching for a type of lifestyle that you know is possible, but that not many people dream of because they're too limited by what culture says is normal and correct. You want to shift the status quo into something entirely freeform, exciting, spontaneous, liberated, unconditionally loving, creative. I feel nomadic energy in this reading as well. I feel like some of you really want to just be uninhibited by location. You want to feel like you are home everywhere you go. You want to feel refreshed and have like a sense of things being kind of new on a pretty regular basis. You don't want this sort of tried and tested routine that becomes dull over time because you kind of know it's like painting by numbers. You don't want that. You want new skills. You want fun. You want freedom. You want playfulness. You want joy. And you shall have it, my friend. It's yours to have. You just need to figure out what your daily routine needs to look like in order for you to achieve that which you are seeking. It doesn't have to take a long time, but I do feel like well, actually, I'm not really feeling like I need to give advice in this reading. I'm just describing here what the water element is giving in this reading. So I'm just checking over here, but I feel like I might have covered everything. Yep. The seeking for liberation is large. The desire to disrupt the status quo and be liberated and free of mundane routines. But that doesn't mean you don't have a mundane, life is chopping wood and carrying water, right? Like, there's certain things that you got to do every day no matter what, but it's just about your attitude towards it as well. So for some of you, it may not necessarily be about having that kind of exciting nomadic lifestyle where you're traveling all the time and you're able to come and go and as you please and be in new places all the time, and that might not be it. What it might be for you is just simply accessing and unlocking that energy which is within you, regardless of what your day looks like. It's about finding the joy again, finding the playfulness, setting yourself free, and it starts in the mind. But this is a water reading, right? So it's actually about the emotions. So one of the things that Abraham Hicks talks about is if you're seeking to manifest something, it's about embodying the vibration of what that feels like, and then you'll start to attain it. It doesn't work the other way around. It's not about seeking to have a sort of freedom and then you'll be happy. You have to practice what it feels like to get that sensation of joy and unconditional love and freedom and fun, and that's how you create the life that you want. So with that, I'm going to close up this reading. Thank you so much if you've watched to the end. I really appreciate your energy contributing to this reading. I really am channeling your energy, so whoever's watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It's really a pleasure to give these readings for you guys. I'm so grateful to be able to share this space with you. It means everything to have you here with me. And I'll see you in the next reading. Thanks a lot.